Welcome champions of Warframe, your favorite content creator is here, and today we're gonna do the Dual Toxocyst. This is the first infested pistol in the game. So, first thing first, you need to learn about the perk of this weapon. This weapon has a frenzy buff. This buff is triggered by headshot. Frenzy buff increase fire rate by 150%. Doesn't consume ammo while firing. That's perfect. Means when the frenzy active, this weapon is 100% ammo efficiency, means there is no bullet being consumed, okay? Significantly reduces recoil and gain 100% toxin damage. The buff lasts for 3 seconds and can be refreshed. That means if you put some kind of gas, I'm gonna show you that, frenzy gonna be all the time is active, alright? The buff triggers only on headshot and not other weak spots such as backpacks of most MOA, blah 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 blah. Easy as that, don't worry about it, alright? Let's get going. Let's start with testing the weapon against level 195 heavy corrupted gunners on steel path. Again, this is one of the most amazing perks. We got the steel path option on the Simulacrum. I'm so happy about it that it saves me a lot of time going in the mod and so on. Alright, let's go. So, let's start the weapon normally without the Incarnon form. Of course, the Incarnon form is being filled by headshots, so you have to do headshots. Boom, 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 boom. Now, we start building up, yeah? There you go. So slowly you see that the weapon getting stronger and stronger with the shots. Now you see the frenzy buff up there, the one that has 3 seconds, like a circle, like a mixed up circle and stuff like that. And as you can see, it doesn't consume bullets at all when this buff is active. Now you're saying, what is this weapon, Hank? I mean, it doesn't do a lot of stuff, yeah? But give it a second, give it a second, give it a second. Alright, so let me put this one in here and let's go. Okay, activating Incarnon form. Check this out. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia. Check this weapon. Oh my god, this power of this pistol is so good. Which makes me think about infested leeches. How the weapon's gonna be in the infested leeches. I'm very, 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 very curious to know what's gonna be, yeah? So, check this out. Boom. Now you're saying, Hank, how it's going towards other enemies. It's a ricochet to nearby enemy by 5 meters. If the enemy is like 5 meters near the one that you're shooting, it has some sort of ricochet which links to enemies, alright? Look at that. Boom. Look at that. Slice them, slice them, slice them. Easy breezy. Look at that. No problemo. Alright? It's time for me now to show you the build. After showing you the build, we're gonna go to Gavalero to show you the Incarnon evolutions. Let me show you the build. And here we are. Alrighty. Starting first with Nidus. Why I'm showing you Nidus? Because pistol amp increased by pistol damage increased by 27%. Arcane precision on headshot 300% damage for 18 seconds on secondary weapons, and arcane velocity on critical hit 90% chance for 120% fire rate. Pistols for 9 seconds. Okay, now moving to the Dual Toxocyst build, here we go. We're gonna be using Galvanized Diffusion, Galvanized Shot, Ornate Strike, Lethal Turrets, Primal Target Cracker, Creeping Bullseye, Pistol Pestilence, and Frostbite. Now for the Exilus, you have many options. You can go for Lethal Moments for projectile speed. You don't want to go for the pistol ammo because you really need to do some kind of, let's say, headshots. Air recon is very good, but you don't want to mind zoom, but I wouldn't use that one at all. For me, I would either use, let's say, Hawkeye for zoom, so I do the headshots all the time to be sure about it. Otherwise, I'm going to use Steady Hands for extra recoil. So even if I don't do, let's say, headshots and Frenzy is not active, I'd be sure that I'm going to do headshots to activate again the Frenzy. Pistol ammo, if you really want to shoot everywhere and you run out of ammo somehow, which I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, you can play around with this. It's not really something that you can. The most important part is right here, okay? This is what you're seeing. Now, if you want to build for gas, you can remove Frostbite and you put here heat. You have Pestilence already. You can put heat in here and you're gonna have gas. Now, gas, even if you shoot on the body, it's gonna trigger the frenzy and you're gonna always have headshots, but depends on the enemies that you're fighting. Of course, we're gonna be using secondary Mercilise. Now, if you don't want to use secondary Mercilise, of course, you can use secondary Deadhead. Now, Secondary deadhead is very powerful, but in precision headshot kill, which you're gonna be doing headshot kills, you're gonna have 30% headshot multiplier, which is very, very powerful. And before we move forward, I just want to show you one perk before we go Cavalero. I want to teach you how to do this one. It's the third one. This will increase damage by 50 on ability cast plus 5% multi-shot stacks up to 20 times. This is very powerful. It gives you 100%. And when you saw earlier the test I was doing, it wasn't included. Okay, you see up there is x1. You see that? That's the buff I have right now. So even if I cast the ability, let me go there. All right, boom. You see that? x2, boom. x3. Look at that. x4, x5, x6. Now it's collecting for me the multi-shot. So let's collect 20. Okay, so you need to learn the weapon. You know, giving you a build without you learning and knowing what to do with the weapon, it kind of like sucks to me. Like, why? You couldn't understand it, right? So here we go. Now we are full, yeah? We are full. We have it, and we are happy. Okay, now let's do headshots. Boom, 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 boom. As you can see, now we'll do more damage because there is more multi-shot. Look at that. Now remember earlier when we start, and some Thanos already left, and probably they're building, I don't know, Inaros. Look at that. Now, this without the Incarnon form. Now, if I activate the Incarnon form, mamma mia, God bless. Look at that. Boosting power from 0 to 100. Look at that. Easy breezy. Alright, so now where we're gonna go? We're gonna go to Cavalero. We're gonna go to Cavalero to show you guys the Incarnon form evolutions. Let's go. And here we are at Cavalero. Moving down, Dual Toxocyst. Okay, of course, the first Incarnon to activate this weapon, you need to hit headshots, charge the Incarnon form, using the alt fire, which is the heavy attack for melee weapons. Boom, activated. Now, moving to the evolution 2, you have two options. Either you're gonna increase damage by 50 on ability cast, 5% multi-shot stacks up to 20 times. That's around 100%. This is something you want to have because you're gonna be casting abilities. There is nobody in this whole planet of Earth that it will. I mean, the flat Earth or the rounded Earth, it doesn't matter. So it's gonna be not using any abilities. Now, the second one is increase damage by 60, 33% direct damage per statue type affecting the target. You already have that on the galvanized, okay? So you don't just go for the multi-shot, okay? Now, evolution 3. On reload from empty, 100% reload speed. Now, if you reload, I mean, I know if you do headshots, but I don't know if you're gonna have all the headshots. I mean, not all of us are Shroud, and this is not Call of Duty, but you have other options, which is minus 50% weapon recoil. You don't worry about that. Frenzy gives you an amazing recoil. Plus 50% magazine reloads when hosted means whatever. I mean, I don't like it, but here you go. 100% reload speed. In case you want to reload, you have 12 magazine. Reloading easy. Boom, boom, boom. Easy breezy. Now, moving to the third one, which gets complicated here. You have here on kill 3 punch through for 7 seconds. Nobody cares about punch through at this moment. It's not a punch through weapon. I mean, it has the ricochet, but no. Okay, here we have headshot. On headshot, 70% plus 70% toxin for 3 seconds. This is good. It's awesome, yes, but I wouldn't sacrifice it for 20% critical chance because this weapon base, it has like 5% only. Removing this is like deadly. This weapon is not priming weapon, so you don't care about that, okay? It's not a priming weapon. I wish it is a priming weapon, but it's not a priming weapon, okay? Now, some Thanos here, what they're gonna say. Now, moving back to the build, yeah? Because I know you guys are the smartest out there. So, this is very special. This is special for those Thanos who gonna say this. So, I predict, so I don't, like, give you extra hard time to comment and so on. So, Thanos would say, Frenzy effect will give toxic. So why do you use the pestle, frost pestle, oh my god, the pistol pestilence, okay? You're right, you're wrong, you're right, you're wrong. Depends on the point of view. For me, using pistol pestilence is very good. Because it doesn't matter even the weapon gives you already a toxin. It's not as powerful as you already modded for toxin, plus statue chance. More statue chance. More status. Now you have toxin inside built in. Now when you add toxin with the weapon, Combines, multiplies, do the thing. Now, if you don't want this and you're Shroud and you're gonna be aiming and you don't know whatever, you can move this one in here and you can put anything that you desire. You can put Ogre Seeker to increase static duration of your Toxin and becoming Frost, because you're gonna cast Toxin and the cold gonna effect is gonna become viral. No problemo. If you want Toxin, you can put here a Jolt. Where is Jolt? Where is Jolt? You can put Jolt here and you have Corrosive. You can put Heat in here. You can put, where is it? You can remove this one and you can put this one and you're gonna have Toxin and Heat. You're going to have gas, okay? I mean, you can play around with it, all right? Let me put back my cold in here. And what else you can use if you don't want that, okay? You can use let's say. I mean, you can use Isostorm instead of Frostbite if you really want more magazines. That's something you need to know. You can use Synth Charge of 200% bonus damage on final shot. Requires magazine 6 or higher, which you already have 12, and so on and so on and so on. You can play around, put anything. You put a Riven if you want. If you have a Riven here, put a Riven. I wouldn't recommend using Malignant Force. This one for extra damage. No, I would say I highly recommend, if you're not gonna use Synth Charge, you just put faction mode in here. Maybe that will help you out, push in further. Okay, now if you gonna push the enemies beyond 500, you can switch Ornate Strike with faction mode, or you can use them both and use the Toxin from the Frenzy. Okay, so let me put back my amazing Toxin Pestilence, and we are ready. So clarifying that for the turn-ons and so on. So guys, we come to an end to our video. I want to say, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, sub, comment, and like. And what do you think about the haircut? Huh? So good stuff. Yeah, we have Discord. The link is on the description. We're streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday officially. And the other days of the week, we can stream 50-50 chance to stream. Otherwise, it's going to be video always on the channel. Big love to you all. Thank you so much in all the way of you supporting this channel. And see you next time.